Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Super Metroid Volta, that one hack that's unfortunately now dead, and this is interesting. Big room, lots of platforms to get up. It's always nice. Platforming in Super Metroid... Go away. Platforming in Super Metroid is not something that's generally... I guess more Mario-esque platforming isn't something you generally find. Yes, you big-eyed thing. Just like simple, easy jumping things you have to do, and that's obviously locked. Time for everybody's favorite. If I can... There we go. Sometimes the IBJ can be hard to start with backgrounds like this. When that's all you have, you can't go off. And this is not good here. This will work. But when all you have to go off is this background that's moving up and down with you, it's a little bit harder to do. Oftentimes I use like little visual markers in the background or something, foreground, to know when to place my bomb. Or I place something I see, oh well, it was at that height. That didn't work, so I need to do it at a different height. And it's a missile. And hi. Blasted little bugs. So that was interesting. Totally worth it to get up there, thank you. So I'm guessing these locked doors are locked because there's nothing built that way, or there's just... I think it's because it's not built. I'm thinking potentially it's because enemies, but not with those bugs in the room. Because with those bugs, you could just destroy all kinds of them and then open the door up, which I guess there's a couple over here. Which obviously, power bomb. Which obviously kind of ruins the whole defeat all enemies to advance. Plus, doing that in a large room like this, where you've spread enemies out all over the place, that's not exactly fun. Or, this is interesting. Instead of infinite bomb jumping, I'll be smart. Oh hey, power bombs. Right. That's a crumble block, isn't it? So I was really supposed to have power bombs before I got these. Interesting. Which, even though I probably wouldn't, if this were completed, I probably wouldn't have speed booster right now. That's still an issue. That door should not be a flashy door. That door should just remain locked. Because could IBJ up there and get power bombs if I didn't have speed booster, unless he kind of planned that to be a sequence break for those who wanted to do that. Don't know. Designing sequence breaks does not really work. I find the sequence breaks are sort of best discovered by people trying to do absolutely ridiculous things. Like in my hack, for instance, there's been... I knew of one sequence break kind of early on, and I've since changed some things around where it may or may not still exist. And then not too long ago, Let me check this door again. Not too long ago. Yeah. That's probably all just not built. But anyway, not too long ago, another sequence break was discovered that I was very surprised by. It was completely unexpected. And very interesting way of going about things, but it was there. It's very interesting. I still don't know why those pipes are there. That pipe. Okay, so I guess there's back up the elevator, there's oh, I need charge beam to get that. I know what charge beam is. I guess I can go grab that since I'm in this area. Oh, and this. That worked out way better than I thought it would. Yay, lucky pumpkins. Oh, this is... I don't think that's the fastest way to get there. Go back this way. Now, I'm kind of interested to see if people will use any of the tile sets from this hack, because they're not bad. They're different and interesting. Of course, you would have to figure out how to work with them, which obviously is another thing altogether. It's a whole nother issue. You just have to learn how everything goes with each other. I've looked at them myself and smile, and how he has them laid out, obviously he knew what he was doing with it, and he knew where stuff was, and all that. I have no clue what in the world he was doing. It looks like a conglomerated mess. And why does this room have this green filter? I don't understand. Unless it's supposed to be like dark, shady part of the jungle area, and he was going to do more with this later on. You know, that is one way you can differentiate between different parts of your hack that use the same tile set, is you put a FX blend over top. That's an interesting pose. But you can use the FX1 blends to give it different filtered looks. And you can use that to differentiate between areas in that use the same tile set and all that. Like this, for instance, if I remember correctly. No filter. Looks very different. But you can use the filters. Obviously, a lot of them make things a bit darker. You can use them to denote, like, deeper caves or whatever. Just further along, there's less light. Some of these things you can get super dark in, which is interesting. Maybe not the best design choice, but I'm not one to say anything with that, because for things. And that didn't work. So Charge and Grapple, I get these. I guess there's more to explore over in that one direction around the elevator. And I'm just standing on Grapple. It's a very good beam to have. I haven't seen any grapple blocks in this hack yet, though. I'm pretty sure he would have had it, but it's just kind of like, it's not that big a thing to him. Like, I found that one missile I couldn't reach, that was one boost ball thing. Boost ball is in this hack. I know he liked boost ball and he wanted to use it. But I don't think he really has anything built that would really use. That was some stupid pirate. All 3 others, they all destroyed. What's happening? But yeah, the boost ball thing. It's kind of hard to work with new stuff because you want to like boost ball, for instance. I'll just use that like as an example. Like you want to have this thing and you really like it. Pretty cool. It's new and different. It's not something you see in all things, and boost ball is a publicly available patch too, so you can use it. But then stuff happens where it's like, is this really needed or required? Do I put enough, like, it's like, do I put enough little boost ball things in the hack to make it really worth it? Or is this just in here for fun? Which there's nothing really wrong with just having it in there for fun, but something to consider trying to use some things maybe a bit more frequently, just so they seem more needed. Like I'll use the Seeker Missile in Prime 2, for instance. Oh, there's High Missile. That was interesting. But yeah, the Seeker Missile in Prime 2, there's hardly any use for it. There's a few doors. Yeah, I'm guessing that's not built. There's a few doors you use the Seeker Missile on, and I believe one boss. And without that boss, it would have been completely way underutilized item. Oh, I can't do anything about you. Interesting. So this, that was pro damage boost. This is actually something I like about this hack, how it does. Because there's no quick change beam thing, but he has beam pirates. But he does beam pirates right. Oh, I have charge. Great. Yes, get out here. And what I mean by beam pirates, at least in the second demo, when you get a new beam that lets you hurt a new pirate, like whatever those are, probably plasma, you can still hurt the previous pirates after that. Because I think that kind of annoyed him too in some hacks where you get this. Okay. Interesting. And a little morph ball challenge. Also interesting. But yeah, I think it kind of annoyed him too, where some hacks, there's beam pirates where you literally have to keep pausing, going to the equipment screen, switching, turning on and off beams, just so you could hurt that one space pirate. Then you have to then you have to do it all over again, and that's, I think, really annoyed him. So he, okay, it has an S, and I guess they're ice pirates, not plasma. It's quite interesting. I guess it makes sense. They are blue. But yeah, that's really annoying without a way to quickly change between beams. Having those pirates just only, like Revolution EX, you can only hurt wave beam pirates with just wave beam. You can't stack any beams on top of each other because, hey, it doesn't hurt that pirate. So yeah, that's really annoying. If you have beam pirates that are absolutely beam specific, you need to have a way to change your beams quickly. It's just pausing and unpausing. It really breaks up the game, breaks the flow, gets you out of it. And it's just not that fun. So if you are planning that, which there isn't necessarily anything wrong with it, except space pirates are stupid AIs and all that. But besides that, there's nothing really wrong with it. Just make sure you think about some things. Either do it like this, where you can do it like blib. What am I going with this? Yeah, just think of how you can do it without making the player do stupid, needless stuff. I do like how the energy is bright green in this. I like that color. I may actually use that for my own hack. it might make us stand out a little bit more than what my stuff does currently. And there's nothing down there. And I think I'm pretty well covered. Get out of here. So yeah, that's just a connection up there. I guess that's just not built. Got that funny thing on the map, which he obviously had some plans for, but that didn't come out, so just ignore that thing on the map. Oh, the Meridian Tube is a very nice way to get the room behind a room thing. Although it's still nice if you build it to make it look like it's actually something passing behind the other rooms or in front. Either way. But if you really want to go behind other rooms, the Meridian Tube is the best way to warp your behind other rooms, at least vertically. Horizontally, you're on your own. Horizontally, you pretty much need to have what looks like a path. And then just have another room that uses that. So I think we are pretty much done with this area here. I know there's more to do in criteria, so we're going to go back and do that. Or whatever criteria is called. Those weird names. Some things really need to see somebody about those eyes. And anyway, actually I should probably stop the video off soon too, so let's do that up here. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the next video of the unfortunately dead Volta hack. And those Chozo are taunting us.